Alright, I am Zinger, and this is a VOD review of Smithereens versus Glaceon. So, I am currently... I am currently procrastinating doing my university work, so I thought what better than to VOD review one of my friends' games. Sets. Alright, so, let's get into this. Alright, so... before we get into the games, obviously there's going to be a little bit of cooldown before this gets into it, so I'll just state my intentions with this VOD. So I want to make this a little bit digestible. I want to make it not too overloading in information, just kind of keep it breezy, keep it down to the facts. I know that you're not looking to, basically, I know that you're not looking to kind of improve in a way atomically, you know what I mean? Like, as in, oh, focus on these specific things and then these things, and in the long run you'll improve. I'm aware that you're just looking for some pretty good fixes, just to get you pushing to how you want to play Joker. That's completely fine. In fact, that might actually help you even more, depending on how you feel about it. It could work for you, whatever. But in any case, that's how I'll look at it this VOD review. And yeah, so going into it, I remembered a few things from the live viewing were dash taking out of the corner, gunning at neutral getup, especially on a certain stage, and what else? Possibly not converting off of Nair into grab, but I think you were better off of converting out of Nair in general, so I'm not sure if that was exactly the point. Maybe using more down smash as a punish to up air drag downs, that could have been it. Also up air drag downs in general, I think you could have used a little bit more. Outside of that, I think, yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, we'll probably see what I want to highlight in this set, but you also did a lot of really good things. So your offstage was really good. You didn't die to a lot of Lucas's sort of checkmate cheeses, and you also were countering freezes very well. Alright, that's all I have to say right now. As well as just playing the game very well. But anyway, we'll go into the good stuff, we'll go into the bad stuff. Let's get into it. So, skipping ahead, here we are. So, you started this game off very strongly, so a bit of a gambit there, but I respect it. Going for the Rebels Guard. Pretty good gambit, and it would have worked actually, I think. But either way, you're just trying to poke them out, trying to find something. I assume you're SDIing. If you're not, SDI. Dash taking here, not too much reward. I'm going to pull up Joker frame data and check real quick. So I think Joker dash attack, if I remember correctly, is frame 5. There we go, frame 6. And his dash grab is frame 8. Okay, so think of it in this sense that hypothetically speaking, or technically speaking, dash attack is actually slower than dash grab, if you get what I mean. So the reason I say this is in specific scenarios, it probably won't be. If the opponent has a really good dash back, this number will mean a lot. But since obviously you can only spot dodge, grabs, that means that actually, when you think about it, the dash grab, which is frame 8, actually becomes frame 6, effectively speaking. Of course they can dash back. Of course they might have some weird mechanic or something like that. But generally speaking, they're both around the same frame, actually. So, effectively speaking, this dash grab turns from frame 8 to frame 6. The only differences is, cross-ups, whatever. If you whiff it, the grab is usually more dangerous, whatever. In terms of speed, these are pretty similarly speeded moves, right? So the reason I say that is because going into this interaction, you got a dash attack out of a what is it? Out of him whiffing. So you could have probably gone for a grab here, or well, it depends. He was going for a grab, it seems, so maybe it would have been worse in the sense that the grab would have traded. So in the end, this dash check is fine. I think maybe grab might have been a bit more optimal as a whiff punish, but either way, dash check is very fine. If he shielded, you would have crossed up. But just keep in mind that they are very similarly speedy moves in a minigame sense. Alright, so kind of throwing out a bit of moves right now. You're not really poking, you're kind of trying to find something that works. Now, I appreciate that you're trying to cover your whiffs with a poke to try to catch a poke, but you kind of had a habit of whiffing the wrong way, so try to keep in mind that you're trying to hit them with the F tilt there. Another thing I'll look at is probably Smithereens' shield pressure, but we'll get into that later. Alright. Good. Running off the back here. Try a bit more precision with the up air. Obviously, that's an obvious thing to say, but still. I think you could have comboed this down gun into F tilt. I know a lot of these fixes you can see right now, and you're like, okay, this is very obvious, but still. Alright, so nice up here. Oh, yes. Okay, so I think you could have gone for another up here, and you would have been able to get the drag down, but you did the full hop a little too low. You didn't go for the double jump, or the delayed double jump, or whatever. Whatever. There was a way to do it. I don't know how, though. Good use of gun there, getting the revenge there, or whatever it is. Okay, so obviously you could have gone for the up air there too. I don't mind the back air. I think forward air would have been better here because back air just stales the move a little bit more. But you get the side B out here, kind of wasting time here, and then you get put into this ledge trap. Let's see how you do it. So you do fair one, and what do you do afterwards? You try to catch a roll. That was really good actually. You just needed to delay a little bit, and then you roll it. This is fine. You've reset the interaction, and then you get a good whiff punish off of it. Like, that's not a bad thing. You're gonna fuck up ledge traps eventually, and being able to cover them like this is very good. Let's see how you got punished by this Nair, actually. Because Nair, obviously, I've told you, very safe move. If you got punished here, it probably means that you were trying to do F-tilt. So, okay, I'm not sure what you're trying to do, but you definitely weren't shielding, because Joker Nair is... Let's check. Here we are. Joker Nair is -5, so his neutral air is -10. So if you were down here, you're probably trying to do like a frame trap, like Nair into maybe jab or probably F tilt. I feel like you were trying to do, but yeah, keep in mind you can just hold shield here. Nice down tilt. It's very good scramble break. Joker's got some really good scramble tools, and you should definitely look to abuse them. Good F tilt there. Interesting gun. I think in general you used gun a little bit too much in ledge on this set, and we'll see it a lot in the third set, especially this third game, especially the second game. Right here, I think you could have just gone for a forward air, or even like a nair, or even nared on the ledge here, because Smithereens loves to throw out an aerial here. You could have just covered that with nair. But either way, you get back on ledge. You're throwing out a bit too many F tilts after whiffing, I see. So you saw before, you hit an air, you whiffed an air, you throw out an F tilt, you hit whiffed another air, you throw out another F tilt, and right here you whiff a down tilt, you whiff a back air, you whiff an F tilt. I think you need to dash back out of whiffs a little bit more, or at least shield or spot dodge, or do anything but an F tilt, because you're getting put in a very bad option there. Obviously, you can use it sometimes, but think of it as a poke. That's what you're using if you whiff a move, right? If you're whiffing a move and you use F tilt, you're doing that F tilt entirely to poke the opponent out of the opponent trying to overcommit onto you, right? Because F tilt is frame 8. So whenever an opponent, like, let's say right here, actually, so this would have been a perfect example, right? If you whiff an attack here, this F tilt is entirely to punish the opponent trying to jump on you. Here, Smithereens is going to play defensively because you're at high percent. He's trying to play reactive so he can get a stock off you. He's not going to really look to kind of overcommit onto you because he has no reason to, right? So in these sort of scenarios, this is when you do a sort of safe option like shield, maybe even whiff into a grab or into a jab, something like that, right? This is entirely just to poke the opponent trying to overcommit you, right? If you think the opponent is going to poke you out instead, you shield. And if the opponent thinks, if you think that the opponent is going to, let's say, try to react to what you do, that's when you just jump out of the situation. Or dash back. Alright, so you get sent off stage. Good recovery here. Very low. Very good. Rolled in. I think you could have played a little bit slow on the ledge as well, but that's another topic we'll get into. Interesting gun usage there. Good throwing out of aerials, but I think I would have played that ledge trap a little bit differently. So you were looking for back air. I think at this percent, there's no real reason to go for a back air because they're low percent. You're not going to get really a lot of extension. Here, this is when I would start abusing joke and nair. So you can do joke and nair. You can do a full hop, nair, and then fast fall, or do a nair here and then drift to roll to catch them rolling, or you can just do a nair in place and then shield. Basically, all of these conversions follow up into like a forward air or something like that. So that this percent, that's what I would look for. Alright, so looking at this, why this F tilt worked, we might be able to see Smithereens overcommitting for a punish. So you go over here. Oh, you just whip punish. Okay, that's good. Joker's whip punish is very good. That's another really good use case for F tilt. Good dash check-in. Right here, this is like the golden use case for Nair. So you see Smithereens, he really loves to land on ledge aggressively, right? And you can abuse this a lot by just throwing out Nair. So if you throw out Nair here, you can punish him for double jumping here. You could hit him with a back air, and then he would be off stage without a Nair or a back air. Without a double jump or what's it called? Or without a double jump, actually. That's about it. So here, this is a bit of a trap that Smithereens will do a lot of the time, is that you land on him with an aerial, and then he will just hold jab on you, and this is a very good punishment, I understand. After you land with down air, I would say probably look to do a defensive option, because even though it is relatively safe, it is only -7. I think it's at that golden percent where the after option is pretty punishable. So obviously Smithereens has got a lot of good punishes against spot dodge, which is like nair and down air. And he's got grab, which isn't great. So potentially you could look at maybe doing a jump out of shield or a roll in afterwards, or even down air into jab. That might be a good use case to do. Because basically down spot dodge is probably the worst option there, but you can still do it. Like, it's not unusable, and I do it sometimes. But I think doing landing nair, I think doing a landing aerial here into jab would be a little bit better to try poke him out of his option. And again, your high percent, he's going to try send you off stage. So keep that in mind. Nice counter. These counters were really hot. I can't believe you got these. These are really good. Alright, I like the way that you're using gun to try land here. These have been really good so far. Again, these dash attacks at low percent, I feel like could be grabs most of the time. Like off of here. But actually, this was another thing. So maybe I am wrong. Maybe down throw up here doesn't work at 0%. Or maybe he's just floaty and that's why. I'll try fish up some resources, see how it works. It might be a mid% thing. So maybe here, just do forward air. Just for the safe bit of it. Another thing you could look at doing is doing nair. So what Leo always does pretty much is he does down, or not always does, what he does a lot of the time, down throw and then nair, and then usually he can tech chase off of this because you've got dash grab to reaction tech chase. I think he could have gotten a little bit more from this. He pretty much whiffed his entire thing there, so I think he could have gone for like forward air or near into grab. And then the down throw, I think you could have gone for up air here, but I don't want to jinx it. I think at 20% and onwards, the up airs do start to work. I think at 0%, the up airs don't really work. Another thing here, I think if you are gonna hit these nairs at low percent, you should always convert it into grab. Like right here, he's at 20%. That's a grab right there. Dash tag, I mean, it would still, if it hit him, it would have still done well, but still. This is something I really liked, actually. This down air into jab was super hot. Because it was just really well spaced. You punished his down tilt, which is actually really good thing to do. Whenever he's doing those pressure strings on you, is just doing a jump like this, getting the down tilt into the jab. That was really good. Nice, rolling them out. Good stuff. Got in that spot dodge, punishing that grab. This is really hot stuff. Good stuff. And jab also would have punished that, by the way. But, alright. So you get hit here. That's pretty much a hard ratio. Let's see what you could have done to avoid it, maybe. There's not a lot you could have done. Yeah. It's up to really Lucas's discretion at that point. Yep, good jumping out of his stuff. And good landing on platforms with the gun. That's very good. Now, I know you're already in the set with a counter, but good mobility around the fire. That's very good. Could have committed a little bit more to that forward air, up air, I think. And then the counter. Good stuff. So I hope you could see that throughout that set. Some of the key things were a bit of the conversions you could have gone with the grabs. Near into grab specifically, a bit of the shield pressure, that was a very big theme of that as well, and also the ledge trapping. So I think at ledge trapping you were using a bit too much gun, and you were whiffing back his, because whiffing back is really good, but only really at a high percent. And not just because back is going to kill, but because the time on ledge for the opponent is much shorter if they are high percent. So there's less threat of you whiffing back is when they're at low percent, you know what I mean? So in any case, let's get into this next game. And this game I think was a poor stage choice, but also a poor use of gun in ledge trapping. So nearly got the drag down there, good stuff. Nearly got the down air there. Got hit by the side B there. Marginally missed the nair. Trying to land. Got the nair here. You could have converted that into grab, I think, potentially. Rising nair. Good stuff. Using the spot dodge, abusing your very safe shields or aerials on shield. Good recoveries. And he fishes you out with a... I feel like you were trying to roll because of the history of your options. So let's see. I think that was a roll. Either way, try play a bit more patient in the corner. That's something that I've noticed. You do a lot of what Hob and Dalbob call the zinger, which is neutral get up into roll in. Try play it far slower. Honestly, you'd be surprised how much you get away with and how much people just try punish you from going to the ledge instead of being at the ledge. So try play a little bit slower at the ledge sometimes, I think. And also remember that down tilt is a very good tool to hurtbox shift you out of ledge. So maybe dash attack would have been better here, actually, against whiff punishes. Yeah, okay, never mind. So maybe... I'm surprised. Oh, no, because dash attack wouldn't have hit here. Considering this didn't hit, right? Or potentially, I don't know. Whatever. Dash attack's a better whiff punishing tool. Keep using it the way you're using it, but also dash grab is very good. And also a very good whiff punishing tool. Okay, this was another thing, is try hold on to your dash attacks a little longer so you do get the cross up. At least I think you can cross up with it. I might be wrong on that, but what you can do a lot of the time is you can just kind of run at their shield and then dash attack. You'd be surprised at how many times, because here he's trying to play in the neutral triangle here. You're poking him with a very unsafe poke, and he's playing reactionary, right? So if you overcommit here, he's playing reactionary. You're gonna cross him up, and he's gonna react to the wrong thing. So keep that in mind with crossing up with dash attacks. It's very strong in the neutral triangle. Rough. I think you could have gone for back hit there. I think you were fishing for a little. You got a little bit fishy towards the end of these games where you're going for F smash and down air. Yeah, this is a little fishy. Got the down air one at least, and this down. I'm surprised that forward air two hit, but good stuff. Let's see. You're playing good around these projectiles. These are very good. Kind of got whiff punish there. I think you need to overcommit a little bit more sometimes. Because you're kind of hitting them where they are instead of where they're going to be. Good string here with the back airs. I don't think you should use gun here. Aside from the fact that Kalos is here, he's also very low percent. There's no real reason to use gun here. I think in this matchup, you should only use gun if you know he's going to tether, because then you can farm him over here. Otherwise, I think just do Nair or something like that. Because gun's very useful otherwise, you know? But not in this matchup, I don't think. Other places where this matchup gun could be very useful is if he's up being, because he's vulnerable after the invincibility runs out, which is like halfway through. So that's when gun also has a use case in punishing his recovery. Otherwise, I would not say use it for neutral get up. I think it's not that beneficial, to be honest. Good going low. Very good at not letting him get what he wants. Good job, he got a shield. Very good neutral for most of the set, actually. And then something happens? What? How did he die? Good whiff punish on the side B, actually. Getting aerials and being able to fast fall like that and whiff punish is very crazy, actually. Oh, he tried to air dodge up. Oh well. Good DI to live this. You do get a little percent here. Get the gun here. You go back here. You try go for an extension here, but okay, you get caught with the F tilt whiff again. Yeah, see here, he's trying to play reactionary, see? Um and he's punishing you with the grab, and that's when F tilt is at its weakest, is when the opponent can reaction punish the poke, right? So here I would look for going for more nairs or whatever, overcommitments, whatever, and safe pokes, because nair is effectively a very safe poke. The same way that Rob nair is also a very safe poke. Alright, now going into this last game, we will see a very scary game, actually. This was very close, but I think this was the weakest. No, I think this was the second strongest. I think your first game was very much the strongest. Into this game, I feel like you're throwing a bit of the ledge traps with the gun, so I think that was the big thing. But let's see, yeah, right there. So I think there, he's low percent. There's no real reason to go for it, in my opinion. Like, you know, just do Nair, you know. I think gun here isn't going to hit most of the time. He has no reason to fall into gun. I think gun is only really reserved as a punish to tether recoveries in these matchups. And obviously gun is very useful in neutral. There you just drop shield grab, which means that you added 11 extra frames to your grab. Or 5 extra technically. Good countering of the ice. Good countering of that. Could be using more short hop nair right now. You're not covering a lot of space. Considering you're only going for the down airs and you're not really punishing his air to airs. So you could be using a little bit more nair here. Right here, you kind of throw that right there a little bit. Right here, actually, coming up, you send him up here, you get the drag down up here, and he takes it here. So normally, this up smash would have been really good. I think, in general, go for more down smashes out of the drag downs. I think they're more consistent. Up smash does kill earlier, but also down smash just seems to cover a whole lot. And also, down smash still kills pretty early, you know? Again, the roll from those there, you can just play a little bit more patient. Like here, the worst thing that'll happen is that Smithereens will keep down tilting you or look for a grab or something like that. And even then, he just went for an F tilt. Yeah, again here. So you kind of just mashed gun here and then lost the ledge trap for it. Again, I would just say just do normal ledge trapping and try whiff a bit more and try throw out a bit more back airs, you know what I mean? I feel like you weren't really throwing out back airs here, which would have made him very scared to get off the ledge, especially with a forward air from ledge. In general, dealing with aerials from ledge, you just go here and then dash back, and then you can just shield, then you can just back air it. It's very good. Good drift in, recognizing that you just got Arsene. That was very good reacting. I appreciate that. Let's see. Okay, nice. You got a very good whiff punish there, actually. And that's a true whiff punish, I'm pretty sure, because down air is a very, very laggy move. So good whiff punish there. Very well done. Very well done. Could have done Nair there. I think Nair's a little bit more worth there again, because the best thing you're going to get from that down air is grab, and the worst thing you're going to get from that down air Nair is also grab. You know, you can get Nair into dash tag, Nair into back air even, and Nair into grab. I think Nair is just better than down air in those percents. Again, down smash could have been used to catch more, but also I feel like gun there was kind of wasted in favor of just like throwing out a shitload of back airs. But you did catch his jump there, which could have been nice actually. Again, gun here, kind of losing a lot. Maybe you could have caught him there actually, but I don't know. I feel like you could have just nared ledge trapped. Getting a lot of with these dash tags. I feel like you were getting more punished by more of them, but you actually weren't. Again, gun, down till, got whiff punished. You got this guy. Rough. That was a DI check. 100%. Go ahead of here. I remember you took a bit of a beating before you got him. Feel like here, if you space it, you can probably catch all of his options off ledge. If you spaced this side be a little bit better. Like right over there, because you nearly hit him there as well. Okay, getting a little kill hungry here. He's going to be playing a little bit more reactionary, so he's going to try catch you out from mashing here. So be careful. He's trying to specifically catch you out for whiffing a move here, like that dash attack or whatever. Those side Bs in general, like the ones that he does, are kind of like assuming you're gonna whiff. So if you just react to them and just shield them, that's very good. This was a very good ledge trapping string. I was very happy about this. So you send him off stage. You're pressing him with gun a little bit, not too hard. You dash back in, grab. Very good reaction. You gun him a little bit more. You did drop this, but then you did try keep pressuring him with back air, which was at least good. And then you got him with a dash attack out. So then right over here, he tries to get off ledge, and you did nearly catch him with an up smash. I think grab would have been better, but still, that was a good call out, hypothetically speaking. In the end, you do kind of roll behind him, and you get, oh, that was a very good recovery, by the way, and you get a down throw that'll take the stock. You also dropped with Arsene, basically, so a few more hits, and you get Arsene, which was what you were looking for, pretty much. And then we got into a bit of an interesting scenario where, so you got the throw, obviously you were looking for an early kill because you're 100%, 50%. You're gonna have to try and make something work, so you go for the down air. So this actually opens up a very big thing that I didn't realize before, is that you can actually look for a lot of frame traps with these combo characters, especially with Joker. So that down air actually opened the opportunity for you to get this, which could have been a grab. But either way, you got the F tilt there, and then you got the side B. So actually getting these frame traps are very good. I feel like you could be abusing them even more. Now you got the back air here. He has got no jump. So remember that since he's got no jump, he's not gonna fast fall here. This area is cut off from him. So he's gonna completely avoid this without jump. That's what you have to assume. And you nearly got this with down air, but I would have said just stay back on stage because he's very scared and he's going to end that, or you look to specifically counter tether because that's the only option he has here. Now, Joker has two options to deal with tether. He either has down gun, which you could double jump down gun here, or he has forward air. And I would say both of those can be used very well. So you could have just shielded here and then run a forward air, or you could have gun down and into a forward air potentially. I don't know how the combos work. But yeah, so I would say the biggest things to work on, because swiftly, unfortunately, you lost, and I think you could have jumped out of that. But so the biggest things to look for is to kind of play more around nair and ledge trapping and just, whiffing it. And, you can make the nair safe by either doing nair, fast fall shield, or nair, drift back to roll distance, and then whiff punish. You could also do full hop nair to avoid, an attack from ledge. But in general, just use nair a little bit more. Don't use gun as a ledge trapping tool that much in these matchups. I don't think it matters that much, to be honest. I think you should use it. The only time you should use gun is if you're specifically whiffing gun to try bait something, and try use a bit more back airs. But also use use these ledge traps contextually. You know what I mean? Like the same way you wouldn't really throw a back air as Wolf at like 10%, right? Because there's nothing there for you, right? All you're doing is staling the move for kill percent, right? So if you're gonna throw out a back air, make sure you're doing it at like a reasonable percent, like at least above 60%, where you're actually gonna get some meaningful frame advantage, right? I think if you're doing it at like 0%, you're not really getting a whole lot, and you're kind of just staling the move, right? For like no real reason, when you could just be getting nair into like forward air or nair into back air, you know what I mean? So another thing I would look at is kind of nuancing your pressure strings, not just from spot dodging, which has been very good. We're doing very well on that, but also like nair slash down air into jab or down tilt can be very good. I think try play a little bit slow on the ledge. You'd be surprised how well you can get off by just holding shield. But also you can do down tilt out of the ledge, which can catch opponents off guard and also gives you a really free cross up. In any case, well done, and I'll see you next time. Peace.